Shedeur Sanders earning a whopping $17.7 million. Hit the chat. We're gonna discuss this. We're gonna let y'all fill the room up, and make sure to hit the like button. Let's get back into the subject at hand, guys. Shedeur Sanders is gonna be one of the future running NFL athletes, one of the best quarterbacks to come. A lot of people judged him in the beginning, but they're gonna learn who Shedeur really is. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you're just joining the live. Yeah, man, Shedeur Sanders, man, has earned a lot of money just coming into the NFL, man. That's a great thing. We need to be pushing our athletes to earn more money, and I approve this message. There's been a lot of doubt and concern about his play when he didn't even get to play. So I don't even understand why they did that. And I'm just glad the changes are coming. The changes are coming. Just let him ball out, let him play. And that's all I gotta say. Let him ball out, let him play. I'm glad he's earning. Glad his career is gonna be flourishing. Hopefully, he doesn't gotta fight for a starting position, and he is the starter. Fill up the live. Make sure to hit the like button, man. Just 5 people in here. Hit the like button. Hit that like button. It shouldn't just be one like. Hit that like button. Fill up the live. We will be back momentarily. Let's talk about it. Shedeur Sanders, man. Put it in the chat section. How do you guys feel he's gonna do this season? Will he thrive? As long as he has a chance to play, I believe he's gonna be have a great season. It's nothing about the interceptions he's thrown. Um, it's about the amount of time, the amount of reps he gets on the field. This is what we want him to get. The amount of reps he gets on the field. Like, let's talk about it. We're gonna be 100% honest and transparent. Um, Shedeur Sanders is a future prospect in the league. Like, let's get that understood. If he gets the time to play, it's definitely gonna be one of those. Don't forget to hit the like button. We will be back momentarily. Put your thoughts in the comment section. Hit the chat. Let me know how you guys feel about Shedeur Sanders. Put your thoughts in the comment section. Put your thoughts in the comment section about how you guys feel about him earning 17.7 million. Lucrative contract. You see it. Shattering the prior record. I believe this guy is the future of the NFL, man. Like got the Mike Vick style. And quote me if I say, quote Sports Talk Radio Show if I say this now. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, guys. Hit the subscribe button and go support the show. Um, Shedeur Sanders is talented. This young brother is talented. I just want to say that. I give him his props. He was railroaded, but let's just not lead into that. Let's just not pay that any mind. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. We got 13 people tuning in right now. I'm glad that him and his family's doing very well for themselves. Like all I can say is I want to see him do great on the field. I'm a fan of him. If you're a fan of Shedeur Sanders, hit the like button. Hit the like button. That's all we want to see. Give that guy his props. Give him praises. Um, that's a lot of doubt. They're trying to say he's not a starter. He's not ready. I think he's ready. Put it in the comment section, man. You guys, he's doing big things now. Hit the like button, man. Make sure to fill up the live, guys. Make sure you're liking the live, jump in the live, and support Shedeur Sanders. Make sure go support Shedeur Sanders. Yeah, man, Shedeur Sanders is gonna have a good season. Last year I feel like people act like he's one of those bad quarterbacks. Like that's what I understand right there. Like I just believe they just don't want him to have all of the hype behind him, all of the celebrities and everything. But why not? All of the young talents are doing it. So what's the difference between him and the other young talents? Um, Having a big crowd and a big success behind them. What's wrong with that? Like him, Travis Hunter, like they're lit. Like shout out to the whole Sanders family. Shout out to the whole Colorado football program. It's dope. Yeah, jumping in like the live, man. Y'all already know. Take a moment to speak about Jay Z. Jay Z also has Rock Nation Sports, which is amazing. A lot of people are not tuned in as they should be, but shout out to Rock Nation Sports and their athletes. Just get that out the way. Shout out to Jigga, Sports Talk Radio Show. We rock with y'all. We rock with Rock Nation. Jay Z has a couple up and coming performances at Yankee Stadium. How do you guys feel about that? Jay Z recently performed a freestyle at the Roots Picnic, which was dope. Amazing, amazing. Sports Talk Radio. We're waiting for them performances over there at Yankee Stadium. This is gonna be amazing. That's gonna be dope. Man, I could just imagine the ticket sales right now. Jay Z Yankee Stadium. Man, New York, we got this, man. Yankees. Yankees last season, man. Man, we're gonna get back to that though. We're gonna get back to the Yankees and Jay Z performing. It's gonna be amazing, man. How y'all feel about that? I'm just trying to figure out like, man, sell out Yankee Stadium. That's like, whoa, and that's coming, I believe, next month. Yeah, we're gonna be covering that too. Whole lot of baseball we're gonna be covering after the finals. So you guys stay tuned. We're gonna be covering NHL, MLB, and also we'll be covering the NBA draft. We'll be covering everything. So you guys stay tuned. Stay tuned. Let's get back to Shedeur Sanders, man. Shedeur Sanders earned that $17.7 million. Yeah, he's paid. Yeah, he is. Shout out to Shedeur though, man. Like we're really about to get let's get into this game two tomorrow. Knicks. Knicks. Spurs. Do you guys feel like that's gonna be split or Let's talk about it, man. Let's get right into it. Sports Talk Radio, fill up the live. Make sure to like the live, hit the like button. Subscribe, it's 100% free. Support the channel. Um, let's get in the game too, man. We were discussing Shedeur Sanders earning $17.7 million in royalty. He's definitely a superstar athlete. Just like Jalen Brunson, Victor Wembanyama. These are the future stars about sports. We just have to give them their credit. Um, Shout out to all the athletes. This is really dope, though, man. We got the Knicks versus the Spurs in the NBA Finals, man. What do you guys think? Put it in the chat section, man. Hit the chat section and hit the like button. Sports Talk Radio Show. We're live discussing Shedeur Sanders. We're discussing the New York Knicks versus the San Antonio Spurs Finals. It doesn't get any bigger than this. Fill up the live, guys. If you're here, hit the like button. Show some support. Um, yeah, man. Shedeur Sanders. Let's get back into that. Shedeur Sanders, man. Definitely gonna uplift the brand. I believe what happened to him, he could move on from that, and it was wrong. But they definitely could compensate him for that with a humongous contract. Like, yeah, we should have just led with you as our superstar, as our starter, not Watson, not anybody else. Like, because it didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense. So let's talk about this, man. Not happened to Shador. We're just talking about how he's getting paid. He's paid as all athletes should be paid, rightfully so. They work hard. That's all we're talking about, brother. Let's get into this game too, man. Enough of that Shador, man. He's making a whopping amount of money. Yes, we're waiting for the NFL season. I can't wait. Yachtster, what's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Tap it up. Y'all fill up the live. Fill up the live, man. Y'all dry right now. We on Sports Talk Radio Show. What do y'all want to talk about sports right now? This is your time to put it in the chat section. This is your time to speak about it right now. We got the NBA Finals, the Spurs versus the New York Knicks. Two big organizations. If the Spurs win, that's 6 rings. Am I correct? If the Knicks lose, that's donut. If the Knicks win, that's one championship. So we understand the dynamics of what's going on. The Knicks are hungry. They want this. The Spurs felt this already. New York is hungry right now. Let's talk about it, man. Put it in the sports. Put it in the chat section, man. The Sports Talk Radio Show. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. On a live radio show, we're discussing different topics. If you're here, you're here. If you're not, you're not. You're dropped.
Where the fuck is all this money coming from the NFLPA? Hey, this is
Let's get into
this,
Pat
this the
McAfee, man.
ex-Fed guy
Let's get
who
into this.
ended up leaving. There was a lot of things being said, obviously, about his tenure at the helm of NFLPA. He got paid like $7.5 million or something like that. The head of the NFLPA. That's a lot of money. Yeah, I have no idea. That's a lot of money. That's seemingly for the head of the union. That came out in a federal filing. And it also came out. Shedeur Sanders got paid $17.7 million from the NFLPA. This is obviously the record, the most amount of money that's ever been given from an NFLPA licensing deal, I guess. You know, they said a trading card deal potentially built up half of that. Okay. Where the other $8.7 million, whatever the case would be, would still be like top 2, 3 all time in the history. Travis Hunter had 12.8 million, I believe, in this entire. Tom Brady had like 9 something. Yeah. So that's like the top of what NFLPA checks have been in the past. Where's that's a lot. The NFLPA is driving a lot of money. That is an incredible business model. How much did the NFLPA make off of this? If that's what they're giving to Shedeur, and where is this all coming from? I love it. To be clear, I have no idea where this money's coming from. I'm very pumped up about the future of the NFLPA if this is going to continue to be the case.
No idea, especially because he wasn't top 10 jersey sales. Like I could kind of understand, or at least you could get there maybe.
He said no idea because he was not top 10 jersey sales. That's great.
Top 10. You mentioned it. I think it was 9.9 or 9.8 million.
Comes the hate. Here comes the hate.
There were like Madden, the NCAA game was mentioned, and then that's not even including his other endorsements. Like I don't understand. Didn't really kind of make any.
Huge fans of
This is Pocket Watch finest, man. Like the.
With your family, putting everybody on. I'm a fan of Shedeur. That is a lot of money. I'm just saying, if the NFLPA is generating that amount of capital, one player who is not the star of the league.
It's not what? He's the next superstar of the league. Chance.
That's good news for the future of the NFL and for the athletes of the NFL. The NFLPA is also acting as like an agency arm for you, bringing money in. It's like if that's one player, that's Shedeur Sanders. It's crazy to think if they were what they'd be able to do with Mahomes or Kelsey in this world, obviously with how sellable he is. That was just a huge. I was take your word for it. I was gobsmacked when I saw that amount of money because I'm like, where's it all coming from? And is this going to continue?
I was too, and after you saw his college teammate, Heisman winner Travis Hunter being number 2 with the crazy number as well. But to see 17 million was insane. I mean, he was clearly by far, in my opinion, the most popular player from his draft class for a number of reasons. People hated to see him about him, and then people loved him, loved everything about him. Obviously, he didn't make the headway on the field, didn't play a ton until the end of the season, but that was insane. I am interested.
That's not his fault.
To see the breakdown or how the breakdown really is. All I care about is that he's getting money, that he's because every time the NFL, once the draft happened, I mean, I felt like every other post of theirs was about Shedeur. Once he started to play, it was about Shedeur. A lot of the conversation throughout training camp, his reps, so all the things. So I'm glad that he actually benefited financially from it. But I'm definitely interested to see the actual breakdown. Like you said, yes, this does bode well for the future of the NFL when it comes to players and bringing in this type of money.
Yeah, it's kind of all listed out publicly, I guess, in the federal filing. It just says royalties and player marketing. One of them, though, is for $9 million here on 2025, May 16th. We assume that one would be the card Panini one that was in there. There's a couple other $1 million ones that just say royalty marketing, June 27, 2025.
And they pulled up Shedeur's whole
video game cover.
Jesus. They pulled up all of his earnings.
Congrats to him, man. Congrats to him. And is this going to continue to be something that is happening from the NFLPA to its players? And if that's the case, that's great news, AJ. That is phenomenal. And I think that's the best usage of the NFLPA as well, if they become a money-generating arm for the players. They got enough people sitting in suits in an office. Can somebody think of some ideas to generate some capital for these players? Feels like they're doing that, or at least on the verge of doing that, AJ?
Yeah, it seems like they're on the verge of it. This is like a great thing, I think, moving forward. It'll be interesting to see, like, next year who gets the most from these group licensing agreements. And, yeah, I think a big chunk of it is the guarantee for the trading card situation, but still $17 million in 1 year. If that's the case, how much did he bring in? Because we know, like, there's not a 50-50 split, I'm guessing. Like, players aren't getting 50%.
What do you mean, how much did he bring in? I just don't understand why is this a problem. Like, Why is this a problem that he made $17.7 million off the NFLPA? What is the problem? We're listening to Pat McAfee right now. They're discussing how. How did he earn this money? What did he do? The guy is working hard. He's an NFL athlete. What do you mean? They're paying him for his likeness, his name, his image. His likeness, his name, and his image. Let me repeat that again. His name, like they're paying Shedeur Sanders for his likeness, his name, and his image. Okay? Like, we're going to listen to Pat McAfee. They don't know how he made this much money.
Yeah, and how the NFLPA did go about getting that much money. So that means somebody had a vision, a plan, enacted on it, executed it, and both sides were able to win. If Shadour's getting 17.7, we assume the NFLPA is going to be getting a lot of money as well in this entire.
Yeah, how was this set up? And I know you were more into it than we were as players. How was it set up when we were playing with the NFLPA? Because I know you had your grant to sell from, like the PA as a whole. So what was the setup now?
Just such a small percentage, like whenever they were selling things, it was just they undercut my entire merch company and were like marketing under it. And the amount of money that I get from me selling my
So
own
Pat
stuff
doesn't
is
see where the
just
revenue's
it's
coming
such a
from.
small percentage. But there's no way that small percentage would be $17.7 million. So they had to have a different deal with Shedeur and AJ. You said it can't be 50%. Maybe it was.
I guess it could because it is the PA. But yeah, I would be surprised if players are getting that big of a percentage.
But 50% for an agent is absurd. Nobody should ever think that is acceptable in any world. But for a players' association, if they're automatically giving deals and deciding to give them to people, that's obviously a reason why they would get a large percentage if nobody else could get the deal. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Where?
I don't understand. It makes no sense.
Hey, who cares? Hey.
It doesn't make any sense to them that Shedeur got that money. It's sad, man.
Yeah, exactly.
This is sad right here.
And Travis Hunter, and thank you for what you guys did for ball. They were topics of conversation for all of us throughout it. Oh, that's a lot of money. Tom Brady, he's the most handsome guy on earth.
I mean, it's basically like first round. Like a lot of people expect him to go. I saw a tweet saying like it was Golden's basically his contract or maybe more. And it's like his total contract. So it's like, obviously he went fifth round. A lot of people expect him to be a first rounder. So that money, he still recouped a lot of that money. So I mean, much more than like player. What do you call player performance check?
Like, why is he the most hated NFL player? Like, I really do not understand.
Maybe a couple million, but to get 18 million.
Now they're saying they don't know where the money's coming from. Like, why is he the most hated NFL player at this point? Like, is it because you guys couldn't earn that money from the NFL? This is what I'm saying right here. Like, this doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna take this back a couple of seconds, about a minute.
And thank you for what you guys did for ball. They were topics of conversation for all of us throughout it. Oh, that's a lot of money. Tom Brady, he's the most handsome guy on earth.
I mean, it's basically like first round. Like a lot of people expect him to go. I saw a tweet saying like it was Golden's basically his contract or maybe more. And it's like his total contract. So it's like, obviously he went fifth round. A lot of people expect him to be a first rounder. So that money, he still recouped a lot of that money. So I mean, much more than like player. What do you call player performance checks? Or like you get drafted in the fifth, sixth, or seventh round, but you end up being a starter, and then you end up earning maybe a couple million. But to get 18 million, like insane.
Also, player performance might be a huge part of that. If that would count towards this, which I don't think I saw it in there. I saw royalties marketing there. Player performance, I don't know if that's from NFL or NFLPA. I don't know. I had good player performance is good for me. AQ Shipley.
Purdy's contract doubled because of it, but it's still only $2 million, I think.
Yeah, I don't know if player performance will count towards this anyway. Whatever. Hey, Shedeur, congrats. I hope this becomes a thing for all players. If your union can generate that type of money for players, whenever you go into a potential work stoppage, boy, that makes everything a lot better. And if you're forward thinking like that, trying to make money for players, we like that as well as we look ahead to a potential never having a work stoppage again and negotiating.
The player performance bonuses came out in March. Deshaun Wright, the corner for Chicago, had 1.4.
Yeah, I just don't know where Pat McAfee was going with that. Like, let's just be 100% honest. jabs and little things like that shouldn't be. He hasn't even had a couple of years on the NFL field. Like this is wrong right here. This is wrong. Let's get into a little bit of what Colin is gonna say.
Of NFL records, including this one. Tom Brady back in 2021-22 made $9.5 million in group licensing income. Shedeur Sanders last year doubled it. He not only beat the all-time record of Tom Brady, he doubled it. He made $18 million in NFLPA group licensing income. So that's basically $2.5 million for touchdown pass for Shedeur Sanders. And one of the things when you're around kids a lot, you could be a pastor, you could be a dad, you could be a mom, you could be a youth coach, you could be a school teacher. When you're around kids a lot, you realize what they care about is not often what you and I care about. We all have blind spots, even parents. And I try to minimize those blind spots. But when Tim Tebow came out, I'm agnostic, always have been. So there, he was wildly popular. I couldn't figure it out initially. And a lot of his popularity was driven by his deep conviction to Christianity. I'm like, I don't get it. And after about a year, I'm like, oh, I get it. It's not the quarterback. It's that. And part of the reason I like Shedeur Sanders, his personality, he's fun, he's chill. It's not a Super Bowl team anyway. I think he is the first influencer quarterback. It's a little less about wins and more about who you are and how you connect. I don't buy that he's a fifth-round quarterback. I still will argue he was underdrafted. At worst, he was a leader. I think his mobility is good enough. Everybody said, well, he got his mom's DNA, not Dion's. Well, nobody's ever gotten Dion's cornerback skill set. Okay, he was 101, but he's athletic enough. I think he's a playmaker. He's got a good deep ball. I think he's fun. And the thing is, Cleveland's not playing for the Super Bowl. And so when I read that he shattered Tom Brady's record on this stuff, it's the classic blind spot for those of us who care about winning. And I see this in a lot of sports. If the NBA has always had players who aren't really winning players, I could name 15 off the top of my head, but they're wildly popular, they sell shoes. That is where Shedeur is a little like an NBA player. He's an influencer.
Okay. I think this is still Colin. I love you. Okay. I mean, Shedeur has become essentially like a cult movement. It's almost like a protest to the status quo, the protest to the world of what you're allowed to be, and who you are and what you're allowed to be as a person, as an individual. It's kind of trying to show everyone that, like, do it my way. Don't let other people tell me to be a way that I don't want to be, right? I mean, Shedeur represents, again, this hyper independence, but represents the face of, I will not conform to how you want me to be. And it's that representation combined with, his talent on the field. So it's not like he's just popular or an influencer or people think he's cool or this or that. It's just like, it's what they think he represents. It's almost like a counterculture. It's almost like when you think about like when like skateboarding or something got real popular and how it was kind of, or like even like hippies, like it was a counterculture. It was a protest to the rest of what was going on. It's like, we're gonna skate on schools and railings and in the cities, or
Julian's definitely kind of right.
We're gonna grow out our hair. who we're not gonna wear like fancy clothes and we're gonna wear bright colors.
Yeah, Julian's right.
It's almost it's a protest, and it's like, no, you can't do that. And it's like, we can do whatever we want. You can't do it if you don't want to. It makes me think of, honestly, in
Yeah, it's
Mad Men,
just like they don't want them to
there's
have
a scene.
to be popular. Like
And,
that's just like,
Don
come
Draper,
on. Like, what do you
obviously,
want them to
like,
be? You
super
don't want them to be
successful, super
popular. Like we had T.O., we had Ocho.
yeah,
Like
with kind of
you
some
don't
maybe
want
whatever.
Shedeur to be popular. I don't
There's
understand
any
that.
out in the
Like
hallway.
draft him in the 5th round. Like
And the
bench
rookie
him.
created it.
Like
So
come
the other
on,
like,
bro.
oh
That's
man,
like
please
really
forgive me,
lame.
please
Like
forgive me. What do we do? What do we do?
we've never seen that in the
Don got taken
NFL.
away.
Like
He just
let's
gets up and
just
he's like, I'm leaving. And the guy's like, hey man, you can't go out there. And he goes, no, you.
bench him, my boy. What's up with that? Like nah, he's gonna be the starter, man. He good.
Season, Brady had 7 Super Bowl rings at the time. He was the most decorated player in NFL history, and Shedeur Sanders, in his first professional season, paid his own record higher than Brady's by $8.2 million, almost double, as a 5th round pick, making $1.005 million per year. Brady's record, 7 Super Bowl rings, greatest of all time, and $9.5 million. Shedeur's record, 5th round pick, 7 starts, and $17.7 million. The gap between Brady's peak and Shedeur's rookie year record is $8.2 million. That gap is not explained by football performance. It is explained by cultural market reach.
For the head of the union. That came out in a federal filing. And it also came out, Shedeur Sanders got paid $17.7 million from the NFLPA. This is obviously the record, the most amount of money that's ever been given from an NFLPA licensing deal, I guess. You know, they said a trading card deal potentially built up half of that. Okay. Where the other $8.7 million or whatever the case would be would still be like top 2, 3 all time in the history. Travis Hunter had 12.8 million, I believe, in this entire thing. Tom Brady had like 9 something. Yep. So that's like the top of what NFLPA checks have been in the past. Where's that's a the NFLPA is driving a lot of money. That is an incredible business model. How much did the NFLPA make off of this? If that's what they're giving to Shedeur, and where is this all coming from? I love it. To be clear, I have no idea where this money's coming from. I'm very pumped up about the future of the NFLPA if this is going to continue to be the case.
No idea, especially because he was top 10 jersey.
Yeah, right here. Just because he's not in top 10 in jersey sales, this is crazy, man. Put it in the chat. Man.
Overall selling jersey, but he wasn't in the top 10. You mentioned it. I think it was 9.9 or 9.8.
This is wild right
He
here.
wasn't even in the top 10 jersey sales. 2 former NFL players said that on camera about a player who just smashed Brady's licensing record. Now here's why not being in the top 10 jersey sales explains how Shedeur generated $17.7 million without being a top 10 jersey seller, and why it shocks every NFL confirms the largest single payment, $9.2 million in May 2025, came almost entirely from Panini America, the trading card company. $1 million from that jump. That means $1 million from that jump. That means approximately 17% of payment surge was attributed to games. Trading card collectors were not buying Shedeur cards because he was winning games. They were buying them because the cultural narrative, fifth-round fall, Deion's son, Colorado era, draft collusion, made his rookie cards the most culturally significant collectibles since LeBron James rookie cards entered the market. Here is the NCAA and Madden element the source panel identified, and why it makes the $17.7 million figure even larger than the raw NFLPA number. The LM2 filing mentions royalties from the NCAA video game, which Shedeur appeared in as a Colorado quarterback, and Madden NFL. Both generate separate royalty streams. And here's the most important detail. Those payments were being collected before the 2025 NFL regular season even began. The $9.2 million payment came on May 16th. Draft day was April. Shedeur had not played a single NFL snap. The commercial machine was activated before his first training camp practice.
This is crazy.
$9.2 million before a single NFL snap. The NFL draft machine activated Shedeur's commercial value the moment his name was called in the fifth round. Not because being drafted fifth round increases value, but because the injustice of that moment made every card collector, jersey buyer, and brand partner want a piece of the narrative. The draft slide made Shedeur more commercially valuable than if he had gone first overall.
No, he definitely is. Like, we are huge fans of Shedeur. Yeah. We love the Colorado story. I love transferring in, obviously
like
going to HBCU with your family, putting everybody on. I'm a fan of Shedeur. That is a lot of money. I'm just saying, if the NFLPA is generating that much capital just for one player who is not the...
I'm gonna be 100% honest. It doesn't seem like they love him.
He's one of the stars, but not the guy. I mean, if the NFLPA is able to generate that type of money, that's good news for the future of the NFL and for the athletes of the NFL. If the NFLPA is also acting as like an agency
Just
arm, bringing money in. It's like, if that's one player, that's Shedeur Sanders. It's crazy to think if they were able to, what they'd be able to do with Mahomes or Kelsey in this world, obviously with how sellable he is. That was just a huge. I was, take your word for it, I was gobsmacked when I saw that amount of money, because I'm like, where's it all coming from, and is this going to continue?
I was too.
If that is one player, crazy to think what they'd be able to do with Mahomes or Kelsey. Two former NFL players just admitted that Shedeur Sanders' commercial reach is so significant that it makes them recalibrate what the NFLPA's market potential actually looks like. Now here's the J.J. McCarthy comparison that destroys every argument that the $17.7 million is about football performance. Here is the J.J. McCarthy comparison that makes NFL owners explode and clarifies exactly what Shedeur's $17.7 million record actually represents. J.J. McCarthy, pick 10, $24 million guaranteed, national media hype, NFLPA income, minimal. Shedeur Sanders, pick 144, $1 million per year, draft collusion narrative, NFLPA income, $17.7 million. The draft position that was supposed to suppress Shedeur's commercial value actually amplified it by creating the most compelling sports injustice narrative since the draft. And here is the broader NFLPA revenue explosion that Shedeur triggered. Front Office Sports confirmed. Total NFLPA group licensing revenue from one-team partners, Fanatics, Panini, and Electronic Arts combined hit $297 million in the 12 months ending February 2026, up from $202.6 million the year before, a 47% surge in 1 year. And Shedeur's $17.7 million sits at the top of that surge as its most visible driver.
Before I continue, there's a lot of glazing going on. I'm gonna let y'all finish hearing why he couldn't make the $17 million. This is crazy.
Panel said it directly. If the NFLPA is going to continue to act as a money-generating arm for players, this is phenomenal for the future of labor negotiations. If you're going into a work stoppage and the NFLPA has been generating this type of capital for players, everything gets better. Shedeur didn't just break Brady's record. He demonstrated a new commercial model for what player licensing can generate in the cultural attention economy. And here is what NFL owners are actually exploding about. Every organization that passed on Shedeur Sanders in the draft was operating on the assumption that a fifth-round pick generates fifth-round commercial value. The NFLPA federal filing just proved that assumption wrong by $17.7 million. And the most important detail in the entire filing, the second largest payment, $2,086,563, was made on January 23, 2026, right after Shedeur's final starts of the season. The commercial machine kept generating revenue even after the season ended. NFL owners are watching a player they passed on 143 times generate more commercial value than any player in NFLPA history. That is the explosion. Here is the complete picture. SS2 Legendary LLC, 13 payments, $17,712,015. LM2 federal filing, reported by Daniel Kaplan of Front Office Sports, confirmed by NBC Sports. Tom Brady's $9.5 million record shattered by $8.2 million. Travis Hunter at $12.8 million, also not close. Biggest payment, $9.2 million on May 16, 2025, 3 days after the draft, before a single NFL snap. Second largest, $2.08 million in January 2026, after the season ended. Not top 10 in jersey sales, primarily trading cards. Panini's payment to the NFLPA jumped from $39.6 million to $93 million. Total NFLPA group licensing up 47%, $297 million. Shedeur's $17.7 million record sits at the top. Two former NFL players gobsmacked on camera. One said, if that's one player, that's Shedeur Sanders. Crazy to think what they do with Mahomes or Kelsey. And the most important detail, the biggest payment came 3 days after the draft, before a single snap. The commercial machine doesn't need football wins, it needs the narrative. And the narrative of the fifth-round fall, the draft collusion, the most unjust draft slide in recent history, was worth $9.2 million in 3 days. NFL owners are exploding because they made it worth that much when they...
Yeah, I'm not buying it right now. I just feel like they're just trying to throw some shots, some jabs. But then they didn't want to draft him. But now they're like, well, how did he make this money? What do you want him to be, a poor NFL player? Do you want him to be a poor NFL player? Is this where we're going? This is crazy, man.
Sherwin-Williams Super Sale is here. Get 40% off paints and stains, with sale prices starting at $30.89. June 5th through the 11th. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store.
Shedeur Sanders' team, because it sounds like the narrative about the Cleveland Browns is vastly different today than it was maybe last week, Tone.
Yeah, it is. And the narrative about the quarterback, everything that I've heard coming out of their OTAs is that Deshaun Watson is currently in the lead to be the starter. So I don't know how that's going to go.
But then there's people saying they're mailing it in for the next draft because they
pick
up and they start bundling.
That ain't happening. Not with that head coach.
What do you mean?
It's a mastermind if I've ever seen one.
The monkey maniacs are going to be gold. I think they might realize even if they don't mail it in that they're probably still going to have a high draft pick.
Okay, but they have multiple picks now because they obviously picked up another one. They can bundle these things and make a big time play. But the narrative on the internet that I start seeing is this is next year they're getting a new quarterback.
Yeah.
So that means that Deshaun not going to work. That means Shedeur not going to work. That means Dylan Gabriel not going to work. That's what everybody is kind of predicting on the internet at this exact moment.
I mean, assuming, of course, because of what we've seen recently from Deshaun Watson, and a lot of people still aren't high on Shedeur, so you haven't seen him come in and be a starter and win games. So yeah, I can see that being the assumption, but we all know. You got to play the game. You got to get out there and play the game. And they're putting together, I think, a better football team than they've had. And, of course, in my opinion, Deshaun Watson is going to have the lead. He's going to be QB1 coming into camp because he's the guy that you owe the most money to, so that you want to see the return on your investment. and it's never a bad thing to have a good backup or a guy who's ready to go in there and play if something does happen, whether on the field or off the field, that can keep Deshaun or anybody else from getting there and playing. So, Dylan Gabriel's still there too. Who knows what he can do in this camp if he can ever get on the field for the Browns again. But, talent-wise, I think you got at least two quarterbacks who've shown that they can play at some level in the NFL. So I'm not completely – everybody comes to us and say, yeah, we're punting next year. And we thought this year's draft was going to be a great quarterback draft, coming into last college football season. So who knows what's going to happen going forward. But, the Cleveland Browns, they've been the Cleveland Browns, so expectations are what they are.
A lot of the same guys for next year's draft are making it the big-time draft that this year's draft was potentially supposed to be. AJ, you were from the very beginning going, Deshaun Watson's going to be the starter for the Cleveland Browns. Now it feels like that is becoming inevitable. Let's say he has little success. Let's say they lose some games. So then Monken goes to Shedeur?
Yep.
We don't know that, right? Do we know if Shedeur's above Dylan Gabriel? Do we know if that's
Yeah, we know that.
As far as the East being Cleveland, that puts out the tracker every day from practice. Watson got majority of the reps, not majority, about 50%, and then Sanders was right below him, and Dylan Gabriel got a significant amount less.
Okay, so there we go. So it's either Deshaun or Shedeur, and maybe they win the Super Bowl.
They're trying to make everybody but him hit the field. Like, it's like a narrative. Like, yo, everybody but Shedeur. They got Gabriel Watson. Like, yo, there's some haters, bro. It's like somebody's paying them. And I just don't understand. Aren't you paid, Pat McAfee? Like, why? And there's a lot of people like...
Because Miles is gone, do you believe that Shedeur should be the starter? Because I'll say that, I think that a lot of people will say Shedeur, but I think in the real world, in their world, which is the real world, in the locker room, I don't think Miles being here or not being here matters. I don't think it matters at all. They got Jared Verse back. He's a young player. He's 25. He's not Miles. I know. Quote it. Say it.
Man, I just don't know. They're trying to make everybody but Shedeur Sanders hit the field. He's going to end up being their starting quarterback. Who else do they have that's going to stay there dedicated with the young legs? Obviously, if he gets traded to somewhere else, he's going to be in a better position. Nobody wanted to land at the Cleveland Browns. Let's just be 100% honest. And we're not dogging the Cleveland Browns. Like, just give them a chance. Like, you're making your organization look even worse by trying to doubt this young king. Like, stop doing this. You got all these narratives being pushed. Now you got Pat McAfee on his show. Like, how does Shedeur Sanders make this money? Like, yo, this is 100% wrong. Like, y'all need to stop pushing this narrative. Now they're saying, oh, who's going to be a star on QB? Is it Dylan Gabriel? Is it Watson? Oh, like, they're going for somebody else in the draft. Like, this is insane. Like, this is insane right here, man. Tomorrow we're gonna make it a point to be like, why are they pushing that narrative to be like, let everybody else but him get on the field? Doesn't even make any sense. Look at this. Somebody's like already giving up on it. It was
up to join for Shedeur Sanders punted on the season. They gave up their best player, our best defensive player, and now where does it lead the team and the organization? That means first thought was
I'm not buying any of that. I don't believe for a second that the Cleveland Browns have given up on Shedeur Sanders. That matter. I think they still have a lot of talent in that locker room. They've got a lot of improvement talent with this past draft, but nevertheless, I still think they have some pieces there that could definitely still make them competitive for this next and upcoming season. No doubt about it. You buy low, sell when it's hot, and Myles Garrett's stock is not going to get any higher. There's no precedent for a player breaking the NFL sack record in his 30s and then turning around and having an even better year. So last year, in my opinion, was probably the best year that you were going to get from Myles Garrett. Chances are history tells us he was never going to be able to duplicate that. And it was a good time to sell. His value is still there. He's still going to be a productive player. He's still going to be a Pro Bowl dominant player for the Rams if he stays healthy. But there's a lot of factors in that. There's a lot of ifs. Matthew Stafford is 38 years old. The Rams are relying on a 38-year-old quarterback with injury history. And I hate to put it like this, but the Rams are really just a 38-year-old quarterback injury away from being a bottom team. And then on top of that, we can't ignore what the Cleveland Browns did. Getting help
receivers. And so to me, now, Sanders is still going to get every opportunity to prove that he's a full quarterback.
Hopefully he does, man. Tomorrow, get back to like, wow. May remain live for a little more. Let's switch subjects. Switch my Aaron Donald NFL.
Like you're good at something.
February 1992. A woman walks into a gas station with a stack of cash. 72 hours, 6.4 million tickets, and running the operation is in Melbourne, Australia. His name is Stefan Mandel, a Romanian economist who has never bought a ticket in his life. By Saturday night, he will win $27 million. The FBI will spend 4 years trying to prove he cheated. They failed. Because he had found formula every action that happened. You have to go back 27 years, before Virginia, before Australia, to a kitchen table in communist Romania. Stefan Mandel was born in Romania in 1934, a Jewish family. He survived the war as a child, quietly, in hiding, like thousands of others who did not survive. His father was an accountant. Numbers were the first language he ever spoke. By 1965, Mandel
Let's talk about it, man. Let's get into it. Make sure you guys hit the like button, man. Hit the like button when you join the live. Make sure to subscribe. Um, a lot of people are throwing this narrative about Shedeur Sanders not earning this money the right way. I feel like this is absolutely not right. We're gonna get back into it in a moment. Let's get into the Sports Talk Radio Show, man. Hit the chat. You already know. Fill up the chat. For now, we're gonna wait till the chat fills up. We're gonna let's get it to the 100, 200, 300 in the chat before we even start getting this discussion about Shedeur Sanders, man. However long it takes. If it doesn't get to 200, we're gonna end the live. We'll be back tomorrow. They're throwing this narrative about Shedeur Sanders, man. Not gonna be performing next season, or not gonna be hitting the field, like or the Browns gonna be going in another direction. Guys, make sure to go subscribe to the channel here. We're getting a lot of Shedeur Sanders slander. I see people aren't liking the live. It's okay. It just seems like they don't rock with Shedeur Sanders, man. It's cool. Come NFL season, we're gonna be getting a lot of clips. We're gonna be getting a lot of highlights of Shedeur Sanders. So be ready, be ready. Don't be saying we didn't tell you. We're not saying they're gonna win the Super Bowl. We're just saying we hope he competes. And that's it, right? Shout out to Shedeur though, man. He got paid. He got paid. Young brother got paid. Let's talk about Shannon Sharp though, man. Shannon Sharp's been in the media. Shannon Sharp's been in the media a lot. Shout out to Ocho, man. I don't know what this is all about, man. Shout out to Ocho though. That's about right there, man. Talk to us about that. Sports Talk Radio Show. We up late night discussing a whole lot. Yeah. What's up with that? Talk to us. Yeah, we hear a lot of rumors.
They just don't like
It's
to work with.
discussing what the people saying, big dog. Yo, listen. I, I rock with I rock with everybody, man. You rock with everybody at Sports Talk Radio. Man, big dog, you already know, man. So listen, man. The rumors is coming out, but nobody ain't jumping in. We ain't jumping to the rumors. We just keeping it 100. And I ain't even speak about that yet. Just a lot of rumors coming out, but hey, it is what it is, man. I'm gonna let the bloggers. I'm gonna let over here at Sports Talk Radio. We committed to talk about sports, but it's media. Media will be media. Let's tune in. We're gonna get into that tomorrow, though, man. We're gonna let that play out. It's a lot of graphic and whatnot, so we're not gonna get on that tonight, man. Real for real. Let's get into the Chud the Builder situation, though, man. Sports Talk Radio, we discuss a whole lot of topics. It's media. As y'all know, Chud the Builder is. It's a lot of rumors. Let's get into the rumors, though. No bad. This shit is funny. It's a whole bunch of rumors.
A lot going on, okay? So, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, full show. Definitely got some questionable receipts involving Shedeur Sanders.
I don't make this shit up, man.
Angry, and I had to talk her out of going to the internet first. She can go after we get our receipts first, okay? So I told her to give me a laugh.
This shit ain't even funny, but it's just calm.
Let me take this to the winos. Let me get
It's Tasha Kent.
first, okay?
Make sure y'all go subscribe, like the live, man.
Go ahead and skedaddle across the internet, okay? So
it came across my feed.
Some lady off involving her man. We got the receipts. We present them, and I'm gonna let y'all take it from there. We weren't in the hotel room. We were not there with her man, Shedeur Sanders, or
honest, man. We like
It
Captain
looks
Knight.
questionable, but we can't say for sure, okay? Remember, everything's allegedly. Even my name's allegedly.
Yeah, all allegedly though, man, because I don't like the accusations. That's why I ain't even.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna go away though. It's more attention because I've been doing a lot of like upper body workouts. You know, I'm trying to get my shoulders back square, not round, but you know, I'm trying to do pull-ups with these big
What
ass
this chick
titties.
talking about Shannon?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Is the rumors true or they not true? We believe in these rumors out here, man.
Rudy gets on the sheriff's office. There's somebody being pulled over.
Figure in the UK. Shop.
This is crazy. People be lying out here. I don't know. I don't want to throw no smoke on his name.
Took on basketball dates, traveled with to Paris. They no longer work for each other. They're no longer together because allegedly, according to sources that are close to the party,
hit the like button.
Hollywood walked in on Hollywood's in the Blue Hat walked in on his new show producer Jordan with Shannon. Okay, remember that whole Instagram video? Yeah, Michelle. Yeah, Michelle. Yeah, Michelle. And Shannon Sharp came out to talk about that and said Jordan locked him out of his Instagram. So how do you go live on your Instagram accidentally? And Jordan, your photographer, they dress alike. They go out together like he's supposed to be the cameraman. He's always a party. He takes his boyfriends out and makes it seem like they're working a job, right? And he said, "Oh, Jordan had to cut my Instagram off. I didn't even know it was off, and that was in it." And it was like he told on himself. If you go live on Instagram right now, your mom, if somebody has access to your Instagram, cannot log in and log you out. That does not happen. They have to have access to your phone, the one that you went live on, to press end. So when he said that, I said, but you know what? Social media, they ain't gonna give a damn. They ain't gonna think. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing was staged, and according to sources, it was Jordan that was in that room. That was the Michelle. Yeah, Michelle. Yeah, Jordan. Yeah, Michelle. Okay. That he was in some booty. That's what I was told. Okay.
Whoa. What the
I wasn't in the
hell?
room, and Lord knows I didn't want to be in there because I don't know what it's gonna smell like. I don't know what it's gonna smell like in there. Shannon look like he can load up a toilet. I'm not there to see.
This is crazy. This is all alleged. This is all alleged.
About the Shannon Sharp finish and his booty loose too. Not doing it. Okay. So now
what?
This story. Okay. Even though this is a news story, she just found the pictures. Her boyfriend's name is. Hold on for a second. Let me get it because I just got all this on my desk.
Crazy.
This morning. Okay. So the boyfriend's name is Royce Styles. He goes by Royce Styles on Instagram. Okay. His girlfriend gave us these photos and videos of him with Shannon, with Hollywood. And so she even gave us a screen recording that she got out of the song. Okay. And so she sent them, she confronted Hollywood. And Hollywood's messages ain't in this. I guess he ain't saying nothing. But Jasmine, put up the screen record between the woman. Did you watch my boyfriend? Why? What you mean? Tiffany sent you all the pictures.
Yeah, this is wild right here. Like, this is all alleged of Shannon Sharp.
That's why I was like, make sure there are no. Hold on for a second, child. She's gonna get 1 second. There was a drop in communication with the team because we just got all this, but we have them right here. So here we go. All right.
She did a whole segment on Shannon Sharp. This is what I'm saying. This is wild. Gotta address this right here.
All right, now I don't want to be demonetized on YouTube, but while she's playing that, the only thing, Jasmine, you need to. Okay, well, there's a risk. Okay, don't put the risque one in there then. Only put the ones you can. Okay, because you didn't have time to edit them. We'll put the rest on TashaKLive.com. Okay. So I'm sorry, y'all, my bad, but you're gonna get the story. Okay, so in this
She's coming for him. Like, what's going on?
This is a screen record. She says, Hollywood, listen, I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. I went through my boyfriend's phone, well, ex-boyfriend now, that I know you, him, and Shannon Sharp had been effing. Yes, Roy Styles was my boyfriend. I have all the pictures and videos. He couldn't lie because I have the receipts. I know about the videos Shannon recorded of him in y'all hotel room in Vegas. The funny thing is, I don't think you knew he had a girlfriend, but I most definitely know Shannon knew because I talked to him one day when he called Royce. I will be putting it out to the media. He played in my face. Now it's time for me to have my fun. Can you put up the screen recording, or is there a risque stuff? Okay, so this is the screen recording. This is all the risque. I'm just trying to let you see them. Okay. All right. So just to let you know how much we received. Hold on for a second. I do want to show some individual photos. Give me a second. I do want to show some individual photos of Hollywood and him in the bathroom. And all three of them together in the elevator, as well as make sure don't. Did you watch that video? Oh, okay. All right, pause. So this is what she found. So the other photos that she found are risque. I'm gonna put them, and they each took pictures of each other while he was in the hotel room with Hollywood and with Shannon. This is Shannon sitting on the bed, right? Is that Shannon? It looks like Shannon. What about in that looks like Shannon? That's the boyfriend, Roy Styles. Royce, I'm sorry, sir, but your girlfriend was upset. I'm sorry, okay? If you're bisexual, it's okay. It's okay. No judgment here. You still look, bro. You still look good. I don't see you having a problem getting a girlfriend or a boyfriend, okay? That's why you were able to pull such shit, Shannon. All right, so
Yo, this is crazy.
Keep going, Justin. This is what my DMs be looking like. So that's him, Shannon, and
Yo,
okay. So, all right. Let me see the comments. I don't know, Jasmine posted my pictures. I gotta see the comments. I don't know what Timberlake.
yo, I see what's going on, man.
Shannon apparently funded this whole trip. They were all together in the same hotel. I don't know what went down.
The rumors are crazy right now.
I don't know if you were sleeping with these boys. I don't know. I just know there is a video of Hollywood walking. Like, I'm gonna put it on
that picture look a little strange though,
and
man.
y'all be the judge of it.
That picture look a little strange.
What y'all think?
With the man purses, like 2 man purses, that picture look a little strange. Like, I'm not gonna lie, man. That's
Too much. I'm gonna leave Yeah, but put the rest of the pictures on TashaKLive.com. We're about to head over there. Miss CC is joining us. Okay.
Yo, this is crazy. This is all alleged. We don't know where this is coming from. Like, yeah, that's insane, man. You gotta address these rumors, though, sir. Nah, man, we don't care about all that jacked up shit, man. You gotta address these rumors, bro. Nah, don't play that. But it is what it is, man. Address them rumors, homie. Ain't holding no punches out here no more on Sports Talk Radio Show. No offense to nobody, man. We don't want to try to take no offense. No offense, man. We just get the allegations. Let's get into it, chat. How y'all feel about Shedeur Sanders? Big payday. Let's get into it. We up all night, man. Night cabin. Playing no games out here, man. Make sure you hit that like button on live, man. Start playing around. Hit that like button. Hundreds of people done came through the live. Hit the like button. Hit the live. Hit the like button, man. Don't forget to support the live. Make sure to subscribe. Let's start the Q&A, man. Let's go. Let's start this Q&A, man. Let's go. Who's going to be the Browns starting quarterback, man? Put your thoughts in the comment section, man. We're going to wait for y'all to hit that button, man. It's going to be Watson, Gabriel, or Shedeur. I really want Shedeur Sanders, man. I don't want to see nobody else on that field but Shedeur Sanders. I'm just keeping it on. I see all the Shedeur Sanders, all the Shedeur slander. It is what it is. Hit the subscribe button.
projection and plan to do the 9 months necessary to feel like he is fully healed. Some players go about this differently. Patrick Mahomes is dead set on starting week 1, and nobody's going to get in his way. Micah Parsons taking a different approach, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's the wrong approach. Now,
let's see if they ball out, though. Like, that's all we have to see.
9 months from that December 29th date. That puts you at September 29th. That means week 5 would be the game against the Bears. It feels like a perfect way for him to come back. One more point here, Laura. Because of a new rule in place,
Week
he
1
can
at the
start his
Vikings,
21-day
week 2 at the
practice window
Jets.
after week 2. So even if you were on PUP, I know it's a little complicated. Even if you were on PUP,
Christian Parker, even though he's 34 years old, he's not teaching like one or one who hasn't been ADC before.
Great information. We cannot wait to see when and if Pickens shows up. But it sounds like, according to your source, that we will see him. That will be fascinating. We'll see more of you as well. And Pickens is coming off career highs in catches, yards, and touchdowns last season. Cowboys offense was their greatest strength, right, in 2025, averaging the second most yards per game of any team. Also, they did a great job on fourth down, ranked top 10 in points per game. Dallas had 3 40-point games, which co-led the NFL. The issue has been the defense, right?
And the leg run on that live.
Talking about how they're going to fix a lot of that. A lot of chains there on.
save on your flight, hotel, and car. So you can do all the things you want, and then some. Expedia, the one place you go to go places.
Anybody else do that weird
Chat, we up late night. What's going on, man? So y'all tune in, like the live, hit the like button, and make sure y'all go subscribe to the channel, man. We always working. We always working. If it's not 8 hours a day, it's 9 hours a day. It's 10 hours a day. We're focused. Um, Tune into the live stream tomorrow. We will be back. Um, Tune in to Sports Soul Radio, man. Make sure y'all subscribe, man. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Let's roll, man. We up working. This is what we do. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure y'all support the channel. Support the channel, man. We always working. Let's talk about Boosie. He's facing a little backlash right now. So they say about the Madden cover, Madden 2027. Man, it's dope, man. Shout out to all my guys on the gamer, man. Go follow Gamerland GTA on YouTube. Gamerland GTA on YouTube, man.